Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Benevento. Now, not too many games played in between this episode and the last episode, but we will be bringing our first Champions League group game away at Barcelona. So only the one game since we last met. It was another 0-0 draw. This time it was against Palermo. As you can see by the stats, it was a very even game, and if anything, they probably had the better of the opportunities. Our forward attacking players just aren't really performing right now. We all know Trincao can perform, we know Gyro can perform, we know Sheriff Ahmed can perform as well. So bringing Fathy into the team and replacing Massimo Corda might be a mistake by me, but I am going to persevere. It is only the first two games, but at the minute we've conceded none and we've scored none. We do have a bit of a situation in the squad at the minute. The dressing room atmosphere, as you can see, has went down to average at the moment. Alberto Grassi came to me wanting a new contract. I basically batted him away. He's got 3 years left on his deal still, so I didn't feel it was necessary to be improving his terms at this point. But then I had about 12 players come to me and say they were unhappy about the Alberto Grassi situation. I managed to speak about half of them round, but the other half angry at what the situation is. So I'm going to have to be careful going forward. I cannot afford to make any more players angry. I think some of the main culprits were Fathy. He sticks in my mind. He was very unhappy about the Alberto Grassi contract, and there was a couple of others, but hopefully we can win them round if we start winning some games. So this is going to be the lineup that's going to go up against Barcelona. We're going to start with Belic in goal, Carmona, Udikai and Ante and Aaron in the defensive positions. Kevin Enderam, Gyro, Alberto Grassi and Francisco Trincao in midfield, with Sheriff Ahmed and Ibrahim Fathy up top. But I do have in my mind, Sheriff Ahmed's not performing so far this season. Fathy did have a good game in the Super Cup final against Juventus, but he hasn't performed in the league so far. So I'm going to give it maybe 3 or 4 more games with these two up top. And if things don't improve rapidly, I'll get Massimo Corda in for probably Fathy. And this is how a Barcelona lineup. There's nothing really, too many changes apart from Koulibaly, who now plays for Barcelona. £36 million signing last season from Napoli. So obviously a really strong squad playing the 4-5-1. We'll see how our variant of the 4-4-2 holds up against these lads. So team talk out of the way. We kick off away from home against Barcelona. Listen, if we can keep this score respectable, that will be something I will be pleased with. I'm not expecting us to get anything from this game, particularly with how we're performing in the league. We're not causing too many upsets. Trincao plays the ball down the left-hand side for Sheriff Ahmed. He gets past his man, but he gets the ball in, cleared by Semedo, back in by Aaron. Is this going to be an opportunity for us or not? Kevin Enderam now. Alberto Grassi to Sheriff Ahmed. Gets challenged, and is this going to be a Barcelona counter? Messi with an absolutely beautiful through ball for Coutinho. Has got Luis Suarez back post in all sorts of space. And we're 1-0 down 2.5 minutes in. Just look at this through ball from Lionel Messi on his weak foot as well, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Coutinho gets the ball in back post beyond the defensive line, and Belic had no chance there. Luis Suarez with a good goal. Barcelona 1, Benevento 0. Oh, the highlights 6 minutes in, and well, maybe we can break this time against Barcelona, but we can't because Fathy gives the ball away, and Nelson Semedo now can find Messi coming down this right-hand side. Can he get the ball in? He can, and Luis Suarez gets in front post. He beats his man, Udikai or Ante. It was one of them. Was kind of sinking a little bit. You can see Luke Ante here backtracking. Nobody's picking up Suarez, and he gets in between the two central defenders, and it's too easy. The highlights keep on coming, and if there's one game where I wish the highlights weren't coming, it is this one. Rakitic finds Luis Suarez. Semedo's overlapping on the right-hand side. Gets the ball in the box for Messi. Finds Suarez. And that's his hat-trick within inside 12 minutes. Some good play by Suarez here to find Semedo on the right-hand side. He gets to the byline and gets the ball in. And Lionel Messi just mugs off our defenders. And Belic should maybe do a bit better there, but we're getting picked apart right now. Corner for Barcelona. Rakitic finds Messi on the edge. He takes the strike. Belic saves, but Luis Suarez, offside. Please be offside. He is offside. Thank God for that. Oh, wait, man. Just leave the... I don't want to highlight. I don't want any more highlights. I'll take the 3-0. Please blow the final whistle, because this is going to get embarrassing. Messi comes forward. He's challenged by Trincao. Can Enderam do anything? No, he can't. He loses out to Rakitic, and Andre Gomez is now in the box. Comes to Semedo. Back to Busquets. Back to Rakitic. to Messi. They're just absolutely torturing us now. Semedo with the ball into Suarez. He hits the bar and we'll manage to get it clear. Thank God for that. 25 minutes in and there's another highlight. Hey, Koulibaly picks up the loose ball and it's probably going to be a Barcelona attack. Luis Suarez is through on goal. Belic with the good save. The highlight still continues, so that leaves me feeling there's another chance in it for Barcelona. Who would have thought it? Luis Suarez driving down finds Coutinho on the left hand side. Easy as you like, back post pass to Messi and we're just sinking. Suarez here with decent play, finds Coutinho, but it's all a bit too easy. Nobody's marking Lionel Messi. And yeah, this is not good. 30 seconds to half time and there's another highlight and it looks like Barcelona are coming ahead again. Lionel Messi finds Andre Gomez to back to Nelson Semedo. Can he get the ball in? He can. Suarez is there. He could have had 6 easily. And that's it. That's half time. Just look at them. I don't want to look at the stats. And we're back for the second half. We've made some changes to the team tactics. I just don't want to concede anymore. I really don't. Oh, God, there's a highlight straight from kickoff. And Rakitic comes ahead with the ball now. Coutinho. Got the overlap. Andre Gomez to Rakitic. Nelson Semedo on this right hand side. Gets the ball in. Suarez is there. And he makes a 5-0. This is just embarrassing. I mean, our team's not good enough to be playing against Barcelona in the Champions League, but I didn't expect us to be this bad. 50 minutes in, we'll make some changes, get some of these boys off. Pedrosa on for Grassi, Vignato on for Gyro. We'll just chuck them in. Let's see if we can destroy their morale as well. Could this be an attack for us? You never know. You absolutely never know. Kevin Enderam to Fathi. Back to Enderam. Can we get an opening? Vignato in the box and he gets the goal. Emmanuel Vignato comes on for Gyro and gets himself his debut goal for Benevento in the Champions League. So that's, at least that's something we can take away from this game. You know, we've managed to score against them. They have been quiet the second half, really. Highlights have definitely died down, which I'm pleased about. But Vignato gets us just the tiniest smidge of pride. Tiniest. 20 seconds remain on the clock, and this is probably going to be all she wrote for this game. I mean, you know, of course I expected to get beat. Of course I expected it to be probably pretty convincing for Barcelona. But the sheer amount of chances they're on a completely different level to us, and you know, I think the lack of financial investment has really come to bite us in the bum now. You know, we've got a decent team for Serie A. Decent. It's not fantastic by any stretch. Or why do I listen to my assistant with team talks? Why? But yeah, we've got a decent team, but we're not competing. We just cannot compete in the Champions League against Barcelona. The only hope we've got is playing Dynamo Kiev, who have actually just give Liverpool a decent game, so that gives us room for concern as well. Benevento, uninspiring in defeat. I think that says it perfectly. We just didn't fight, really. We didn't, you know, a lot of their goals were they were playing some slick passing, getting in behind the defence, and then nobody was marking the back post, and it's something we're going to have to work on. Right, so in terms of the next episode, we will be playing Dynamo Kiev at home. So hopefully we can get back some pride a little bit and maybe even get a win. But we've got to be eyeing this game up and thinking, right, this is the one where if we're going to get points in this group and perhaps finish third, this is the game that's going to have to spearhead the campaign, really. So yeah, there's going to be six games in between. We've also got Liverpool at home in the Champions League. But the episode after this Dynamo Kiev game, we will be playing Liverpool in the final group game of the Champions League, where it'll decide whether we finish bottom or third. So a completely disappointing performance against Barcelona. We were never going to get anything really at the Bernabeu, but at the Camp Nou, Jesus. But yeah, I've got a lot of work to do this season, I feel. You know, 2 defeats and 2 0-0 draws in the opening 4 games of the season. Obviously, one of them was the Super Cup final, which I wasn't really bothered about. But 2 league games and 1 Champions League game. If we don't start picking up form very, very quickly, this team could definitely turn on me. Anyway, if you've enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like. And if you're enjoying my content, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.